What's up, you motherfuckers? We are back with another top 5 movies of the decade. This is the 90s edition. So, without any more talking from me about mindless gibberish nonsense, let's jump into our top 5 movies of the 90s. Rodney, I understand you prepared this list like last second, so I'm hoping your list is accurate.
It's as accurate as it can be right now.
You seem like you're struggling. I'll take it off.
This is hard to do. 90, yeah.
It's a
See,
little hard, ain't it?
the 90s is tough.
It
This
is.
is very tough, and I did like last
Great
second do
decade.
this list. So, but I put together the 5 movies like favorites of mine that I remember growing up to and watching a lot.
So, am I understanding that your other lists were what you thought was the best and not your favorite?
It was like a mix.
Okay,
Some of them
yeah,
are
'cause-
best, some of them are favorites.
Because I just did the 80s, and if you did not watch that video, I had Kickboxer and Bloodsport on there. Those are not like two of the best
I
movies of
think
the
I
80s.
did best for that one.
Yeah, so like I'm not on that wavelength at all. So like you've been doing like completely different lists than me this whole time, is what it sounds like.
Well, this one's favorites.
Okay,
so-
nice. I'm gonna have to re-release our videos now, asshole. All right, what do you got here?
All right, my number 5 comes in the play of the 1994 film.
Forrest Gump.
No. Fist of Legend. Jet Li himself.
It's still hitting hard. Let me try to fix it. You keep
One
talking.
of, as like you are with Bruce Lee, is how I am with Jet Li. And Jet Li is my favorite martial artist, and I grew up on his movies. Fist of Legend was just always like, it was either Fist of Legend or Once Upon a Time in China, and I was loving both of those. I was a huge Jet Li fan. I hate that he's older. I wish that he was immortal so he could keep making movies like he did, hard hitting, but swift like Kung Fu would be. It's just legit.
I
as
almost
shit.
grabbed G.I. Joe on accident. It was right next to it. I looked back and I
Awful.
was like, what the fuck? Like, G.I. Joe. Yeah, Fist of Legend. I'm not going to lie. This was like circulating around at one point. This is my favorite Jet Li movie. It's a remake, basically, to Fist of Fury. Oh, my Lord. Greatness. You done talking about
Yeah,
it?
that's it.
Okay. This is called Falling Down, but I'm standing up right now.
Love Falling Down.
Falling Down. I guess I'll sit down for this one. And I'll repair the hookah on my on your fourth. Falling Down is a movie starring Michael Douglas, and this is a movie. It's weird. I'll say this much though. You know the Mandela effect, where you remember
Yes.
shit differently. I swear at the end when Michael Douglas, spoiler alert, old ass movie, Michael Douglas gets killed. He says something different than I remember him saying. This is like the one thing that bothers me about this movie, because I was like, I like that better. I swear that's what he said before. Because he pulls out the squirt gun on Robert Duvall when he gets shot. And he says, like, I don't even know if he says anything. He just falls over the ledge. But when I was a kid, I vividly remembered him saying, it was just a squirt gun. And then he falls over. And something about the way he said that was always imprinted in my mind. And then when I watched it when I was an adult, and I was like, where is it was just a squirt gun. That was like always my favorite part. Something about that. So if there's like a weird TV edit of that, damn it, I need that.
There's a lot of Mandela effect movies out there. That
Yeah,
are
but there's
crazy.
also weird ones like the Goonies. Every time I'd watch the Goonies when I was older, I was like, wasn't there like a fucking giant squid at the end of this movie? And then I found out there is. It's in the TV edit of the movie. So
really?
maybe some shit like that. But yeah, not a Mandela effect if you're a Goonies fan. That actually happened. Some people are like, I knew it. But yeah, Falling Down. Falling Down is just classic, fucking movie where like everybody's felt like this, where you just kind of feel like one day you got a million things. Starts out with him in a hot car. He's swatting at flies. People are honking. He's looking around at people. The heat is getting to him, and he's just like, I'm just gonna get out. Just leaves his fucking car there, and he starts on a rampage for the rest of the fucking day. Now he's not a perfect guy. In fact, he's probably
He gets lucky.
a bad guy. But watching him go through it though, as like an everyday guy, just like, I've had enough. And he goes to the fucking store, and he's like, how much is this soda? And he's like, wrong. And he's like destroying the guy's store. It's just great, dude. It's fucking great. The shit he gets into with the gangbangers, everything, going up into like the fucking wannabe McDonald's, talking about shit. He's like, you see that? That's not how that looks up there, is it? He's like, this is what I'm talking about. Meanwhile, he's got like a fucking Uzi and all these people are looking around. He like shoots the ceiling on accident, like, and everybody's like, no, you enjoying your burger? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to do anything here. It's just, I think it's just a release for people that they can be like, man, I do feel like doing that one day because life pushes us, especially right now. This movie's fucking dope. It's amazing. One of my favorites. Falling Down. A lot of bangers from the 90s. Haven't heard of that one.
All right. My number 4 is one that I came late to the game, which is crazy that it's so down low on this list. On a different kind of list, it'd be way higher. But my number 4 comes in the form of the 1996 movie Scream.
No shit.
I love Scream. I love the Scream franchise. You'll find out later on down the line how much I love it. But
I'm shocked that it was top 5 though. That
yes,
really surprises me.
I caught it late in the 90s. The first Scream I caught it late in the 90s. It was like 99, maybe 2000 before I even
you're
watched
only
it.
fucking 8 years old in 99.
But well, yeah, 9 or 10. Yeah. So I was around that age or whatever, and I was
Still bad.
scared to death. But how could I be so scared but laugh at the same time? Because some of the stuff in it is kind of comical. And but then as I got older, like when I was in like middle school, like entering high school, I was stuck on Scream. Like it easily became like one of my most watched whenever I was in high school, middle school, down in the theater and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I love Scream so much. So
I still love it's not that I dislike the sequels, but the first one is just, that's the classic, man. That one is the shit. And it's got good sequels. I mean, it's a solid overall franchise. But that first one, it's so, you could fucking play it, hit the main menu after end credits,
play it again.
It's just fun. It's a fun fucking movie.
Yeah.
Matthew Lillard is just amazing
Awesome.
in that movie.
Yes. Him and
Skeet
I
Ulrich.
can't remember the
Skeet
movie. The movie. What's his name? Damn it.
What, Stu in Scream?
Is it Stu? No, not. Is this Stu?
Are you talking about Matthew Lillard?
No.
Talking about Skeet Ulrich's character.
I think so. The one that's
His buddy. The other killer.
No, the kid who's talking about movies and everything. all
Oh,
the
Jamie
time.
Randy?
Yeah, Jamie
Jamie Kennedy.
Kennedy. Yeah.
He's great in that shit.
Yeah, Jesus.
They're watching fucking John Carpenter's Halloween, Wes Craven movie. Gotta love it.
But
Showing some love.
so hell yeah, number 4 goes to Scream for me.
Oh yeah, you hit me with the phone, Dick. The best. He's like, "Did you really call the cops?"
I think you went too deep.
Yeah, when he says, "Did you really call the cops?" He's like bleeding out, and she's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh man, my mom and dad are gonna kill me." That's like my favorite fucking part, dude. Matthew Lillard kills that shit. My number 4. Let me actually look at that real quick, even though I'm pretty sure I know what it is. I've been on a hookah management and everything too. My number 4 is another Van Damme film. Oh my lord, Nowhere to Run. This fucking movie is the most underrated Van Damme movie ever. And he doesn't even do like his patented like spin kicks and shit. It's just a guy that was falsely accused. He took the blame. Basically, it kicks off with him like on a bus, and the guy that actually did the bad deeds breaks him out, and then that guy gets shot and killed. You know, and then he's on the run, and there's a tape recorder, and he's basically camping out in these woods. And on this tape recorder, he's listening and you hear like he's like, "You didn't actually do it. You didn't have to take the fall for me." Like, oh, this guy's fucking innocent. Makes him likable, and he's basically sneaking into this house and getting supplies. That's right, you know, over the pasture. And then basically one of the kids catches on. He thinks it's like E.T. extraterrestrial. He follows him, and he comes to his tent, and Van Damme's looking at like nudie magazines, like. And then it's one of the Culkin brothers. He's just like, "Are those boobs? Gross." And he's like, "Do you like boobs?" And Van Damme's just like, "Sometimes." Like, and it's just like, I don't know, dude. Like, it's one of Van Damme's like most heartwarming movies. Like, it's like, it gets like the heart of the film. Like, you feel for him protecting this family, and it's just a classic for me, dude. And fucking Ted Levine is the bad guy. It's fucking great. He's got these little card tricks he does. They have a nice little battle at the very end. Again, it's not like all the spin kicks and shit. It's just a rugged fucking fight. Ted Levine's coming out with like a fucking pitchfork. And yet Sam, dude, just gives Van Damme a chance to show he's more than just the flashy kicks. It's one of his best heartfelt movies, for sure. Yeah, no doubt.
Hell yeah. My number 3 goes to the 1990 film, which I consider the greatest action film of all time, True Lies. Mr. Schwarzenegger himself and Jamie Lee Curtis. And this movie is amazing. I love it. It's the whole spy deal. He's got it on VHS because it's impossible. It's not even be able to be found on Blu-ray or 4K or anything, which sucks.
Got it on DVD.
It's such a great action movie, and I remember sitting, and if I was always bored, I was just like, man, I want something like crazy to watch. It would always be True Lies is where I would go.
Oh, dude.
True Lies was my jam when it came to
Jamie Lee
action.
Curtis's dance scene. That's one of the craziest makeovers.
He drops his.
She looked like a fucking like older lady, not even looking like a MILF. You're just like, I would never be attracted to her. And then she gets in that, and it's like, good Lord, this body is a 11 out of 10. And she just kills it. And can't forget about Bill Paxton in this either. Yeah. He's funny in the movie. And I like the villains too, dude. I have a good time with that movie.
It's always a good time. True Lies is definitely my number 3.
Oh, nice. Now, is that true or is that lies?
It's definitely true, not lies.
Guess what? This one might surprise you because I don't know if you've paid attention how much I love this movie. I actually recently just got on Blu-ray because I had to upgrade my DVD because it's that old DVD on the new TVs that fits in like a little box inside your TV. And you're like, okay, nice. My 75-inch just turned into a 55-inch. Thanks for this. Dragon, a Bruce Lee story. This movie is fucking monumental to me. I remember growing up watching, my favorite Bruce Lee movies, and then I'd watch this, and it was just like, wow, like he did this, he did this, he did this. And Jason Scott Lee just gives such an amazing performance as Bruce Lee. Again, talking on heart, this movie's got tons of it. Towards the end, like when he's fighting off, it's this big ass ninja like warrior. I'm trying to think of how to describe him. Like, it doesn't look like a ninja, but it plays this scary, scary ass music. And every time this shit comes out, it's like fog around it. It's like a 7-foot tall, huge blade wielding fucking, like, I don't even know what I'd call him, dude. I mean, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But he's creepy as fucking shit. And it's like Bruce has got to fight him off at different points in the movie. He has like 2 or 3 scenes. He's got like a couple scenes where like glass breaks and he's like, it gets dark and it's playing that music and you know that's coming. It's like death coming for him. And then at the end, when he's fucking fighting this thing off, like with his nunchucks, he's just like, leave us alone. Like he's going to kill us. And then Brandon's like in the distance because Death got Brandon too. And he's like, Brandon, run. And he's like trying to like choke him out, dude. It chokes me up. I'm like, good God, dude. This thing, Death, that came for these guys. Like, it's so fucking impactful. And that last little like monologue or epilogue, whatever, where the girl that plays Linda Lee, the same girl that actually played Mary Swanson in Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she like talks this huge thing like Bruce died like a week before he even got to see his success with Enter the Dragon. And it's like this whole fucking thing. And I remember the last thing she says is just like, a lot of people like to think of how he died. I prefer to think of how he lived. And it kind of like does that last showing of him, and it plays like, it's got one of the best scores ever, dude. That music is just so uplifting, and it takes you into the credits. It's a fucking perfect movie. A lot of it has actually been proven to not be all true. It's fabricated in a few parts. They flip some shit around, but it captures the essence of how great Bruce Lee was in ways that there's no way. I'm telling you. It doesn't matter if another one comes out about Bruce Lee, and it is perfect. It's got a match perfect for perfect, and this one has nostalgia on its side. Nothing will ever top this. This is the Bruce Lee biopic. This is it right here, dude. Dragon, Bruce Lee story. I don't even know if you've ever seen it or if you fucking haven't seen it in a million years, but
it's been a long time.
You've got to watch it. For sure. I'd like to review it at some point.
My number 2 goes to the hilarious 1995 film Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. And
this surprises the shit out of me that a comedy like this would be on your list.
Dude, I love it. There was times where I would dress like Ace Ventura and walk around bobbing my head back and forth, with him. Yes, dude.
Isn't it weird? I just like, hang on.
All of them right around each other.
Yeah, like you're just like, he doesn't have this. I'm like, hang on, it's right in front of us.
Yeah, dude, this movie, it's always the perfect go-to
Crazy.
comedy for me. Everyone wants a slinky. Dude, it's just so great. I was just doing that yak call to Jamie, too, the other day, and with a big piece of paper.
Yak! Guano! Fucking peanuts. It's just like, thanks, we're all set. Or I'm all set. There's someone on the wing. Something. Dude.
It's so quotable. It's so great. I love it. I can watch it a million times.
Hi ho, Silver, away, Mr. Ventura. Dude, I could do that all day with that.
But yeah, definitely my number 2.
Yeah, I've always liked it more than the original. Original's good.
And it's still great. The first one was great, Pet Detective, but it just doesn't hold up to.
Oh my god, get shot with them darts.
Oh my god. I think I lost him.
Leaning against a tree.
Hey.
We didn't even talk about fucking Chicago.
Chicago.
Shawshank Redemption.
Oh yeah.
He does all that shit. You're out of there.
Come on, let's go. Come
When
on.
he's like, Bumblebee tuna?
Bumblebee tuna.
He's like,
Your balls are showing.
excuse me, your balls are showing. And then he turns to him and he's like, alrighty then. That's like the best alrighty then ever, dude. It goes back to that walk.
I don't know, bro. The whole meditation. Dude, it's so fucking great. I love it. So yeah, Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls, number 2.
Perfection. My number 2. Guess what? Van Damme again.
Yeah.
The one movie that has more heart than Nowhere to Run is
Lionheart.
Lionheart, dude. I've talked about this. We haven't reviewed it, but it's been on different lists. It has my favorite end fight, maybe ending to like any movie. I don't know what it is. It's not even like how technical the fighting is. It's the heart involved and him not willing to give up and how oblivious he is because he has such a big heart. Even talking about Cynthia, who's backstabbing him, like, I'll even take Cynthia away if she wants to. And Joshua, his trainer, just fucking, he's the guy that, the manager, I should say, has him in all these fights. He's like, Cynthia, man, you think Cynthia gives a two shits about you, man? And then he's over there acting like he's going to punch him. He's just like, what's wrong? Because his ribs are fucking broke. And he's just like, hold on, man, you fucked up. He's like, how you going to beat him if you all fucked up? It gets me so fucking hyped because that all builds to that last fight with Attila. And he's a fucking telling Lionheart, like, this man's already bagged 8 bodies. Like, this dude's killed people. And he's going in there with broken ribs, huge underdog. And Attila is just demolishing him. Like, he's bleeding everywhere. You think he's done. Lionheart's fucking falling to the ground. And fucking Josh was sitting there with him. He's like, you got to get out of this, Lionheart. Just like, we split it. I got a deal, man. We could do it 50-50. Right down the line like I said we would. And Lionheart's like, basically like, no. Gets up, gets his